with me, Shani, and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, and it just feels a little special. I don't know. This is my last day in college. I am graduating. I graduate a semester early than I was supposed to, and yeah, I mean, you can't really tell behind me. It looks like my normal setup, but my room is pretty packed up, and my clothes are not, but my room is pretty much packed up, and it's just so sad. And I thought I'd do a last get ready with me and talk about college and what I've learned, and yeah, I just thought we'd talk about it. So I originally was going to do my November get ready with me about shopping habits, but I might do that for December's video just because I don't know, I feel like this is a little more important right now in what I'm doing. So let's get started. So far, I filled in my brows with my Anastasia Dip Brow, or I'm sorry, not Dip Brow, Brow Powder Duo in Ebony, and I did some liner on my waterline. This is just a sugar black eyeliner, and then I took my little tiny baby Tarte Shape Tape and put some concealer on my eyes, and then I set it with the palette we're going to be using today, the ABH Modern Renaissance palette, and I used so far just the shade Tempera to set my concealer. So the reason I'm using Modern Renaissance today is because this is the palette I used the first day of college, over 3.5 years ago, and yeah, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I should use it again. And so what I did, I can't believe I remember this, but what I did my freshman year, first day of school, is I did burnt orange in the crease, Primavera on the lid, and red ochre on the outer corner. So just these 3 shades, but I think I'm gonna spice it up this time. I think I'm gonna go in with Raw Sienna and then Love Letter in the outer corner. I was not as much of a colorful lover back then, so I didn't really use these shades, but now things have changed. So that's one thing that has changed. You know, if we're looking back, oh, these are so powdery, oh my god. If we're looking back, I definitely have gotten way more into colorful eyeshadow. I think I was just scared, and you know, I guess in high school things are so different. I feel like you kind of want to be like everybody else, even if you don't really want to be like everyone else. You feel like you have to be, and like college, you come here and people are totally different than you, and that's okay, and you're kind of encouraged to be yourself, and at least in my college I feel like I was, which is really nice. So if you were wondering, I go to a very small, like a smaller college in a very small town, and my degree, my bachelor's that I'm getting very soon, is in business administration, and I have a minor in marketing. And also, if you didn't know, I am a licensed cosmetologist. I got my cosmetology license out of high school. I did BOCES, which is a program for, you know, people to do a trade in high school. But I still did want to go to college, and I've always been super interested in business. So my goal, if you're wondering, like, what are you gonna do next? I still am figuring it out, but I'm hoping to do maybe a marketing job, you know, for a cosmetics company, or I might go back to the salon. Currently, my plan was to go back to the salon, but currently my area is shutting down again. Where I'm from, like where my parents are and where I'm going home to, is shut down. Like the salons are shut down right now because of the virus getting worse, and so my plan of going back to the salon doesn't look good right now. So yeah, so it just, I feel like the virus has taught me that I really need to take things slow and figure it out, and it's okay if I don't have every answer right now, because you know, I'm lucky to have my parents who will obviously feed me and take care of me until I can do it on my own. So right now is just the worst time to look for jobs. I feel like it's the worst time. Like, obviously I'm going to, but I'm just saying it's not my fault and it's a bad time to graduate, I feel like. But anyways, now that I'm graduating early, I feel like I have a little bit of a step ahead from everyone else, and hopefully I can figure it out by the time I would have graduated. But anyways, not that that's exactly what this video is about. I was going to talk about college and what I learned, and yeah, I definitely am so thankful I went to college. Nobody has to go to college, but I had, you know, gotten my cosmetology license that summer, and I could have easily been like, I'm just gonna go into the world and work and not go to college, but I really wanted the experience of it. I wanted more knowledge about business, and I even eventually would love to have my master's, but I'm not gonna do that yet just because I don't really need it for exactly what I want to do, and I think I want to go out in the real world first, and if I eventually want to get my master's, I totally, you know, my MBA, I totally could. I'm going to take my Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow base, and it's pretty tacky, and I'm going to take my Anastasia little packing brush and pack it on to the lid. I like this so far. This is going to be an easy eye look, basically, just because this palette is, you know, more romantic and pretty, and I don't think I'm gonna do anything too crazy. I'm trying to decide if I don't want to go in with Primavera or Vermeer. Maybe I'll go in with Primavera, and then if it looks too golden or something, I'll go in with Vermeer. But yeah, this palette just has special memories for me. It was the palette I used for like graduating high school, for my first day of college. Like, it was just a big significant palette for me for a long time there, so I'm glad that I'm starting or ending college the way I started it, kind of thing. But anyways, what were we, now I forget what I was talking about before. But yeah, so I'm really glad I decided to go to college, because I could have not, and again, anybody could have said, no, I don't want to go. But I'm really glad. I wanted to learn more about business, and I really did. I learned a lot, and I feel like I had a lot of great professors. You know, you're going to have bad ones too. I definitely had some bad ones that made learning harder, but I had amazing ones that made learning so much fun. You know, it's kind of like a balance. Which, yeah, I don't know, I definitely learned a lot, and I feel like I learned a lot in life as well. You know, I had my first roommate ever. Like, growing up, I never had a roommate, so that was interesting. And then, like, living on my own for the first time, really. I have always been pretty independent, so I feel like that wasn't a crazy step for me, but for some people, that's a big deal. Like, you're living on your own for the first time, you know. And yeah, so that's kind of crazy, and a lot of crazy things happened. Okay, sorry, I gotta focus. One of my grandpas did pass away the summer after my freshman year. That was like the most grief I've ever felt in my life, and that was just a really hard situation. And then my other grandpa had quadruple bypass heart surgery, which was really scary, and like, we thought he wasn't gonna make it. He's doing great. And my dad did have a heart attack, which was terrifying. All not in the same year, but kind of sort of in the same year. that all happened in 2018, I believe. So yeah, actually it was in the same year. So like it was like end of my freshman year to my sophomore year of college that all that happened. And so that definitely made me, take, not take anything for granted and really realize that things can really change really fast, and you got to appreciate the people around you. And yeah. What else happened? This is really pretty. I mean, I know it's like it's way more neutral than I like ever go, but I think I like the gold with it. I'm liking it. And Primavera is the one I used back in the day so much. I have like a huge dip in it. I like that. Okay, perfect. I think I'm gonna go in with my Sex Kitten Tarte liquid liner. So yeah, I think that's good. Let me just smooth out the edges, but yeah, so I don't know. I also learned a lot about friendship. I feel like, sorry, this is really hard to do on camera. I started out with a really like strong group. Like I found these amazing girls, and we were all really close, and then eventually different things happened and we kind of split up. One girl wasn't friends with one of them, so the group kind of split up, and then slowly everybody's friends with like everybody's friendship circles were different. And sorry, I'm just making sure this is good. But yeah, so that was really hard because I think freshman year I really thought like that was my group and nothing would change that, but life changes, and it's not always that easy. Yeah. Whew. So that was really hard. And then yeah, but then I was like, for the whole time when everybody else split, I stayed friends with everybody that was previously in the group. And then at one point, me and one of the girls that wasn't in the group anymore, then we stopped being friends, which was really hard for me because I'm the type, I feel like, that holds on to friendships. And but like it got to a point where I was just like, okay, like I think we're in different places right now and I need to move on and she needs to move on. And that was really hard for me. That was like my junior year. And then so it's just like so much different friendship stuff happened where you think, I don't know, I think in the beginning, even in high school too, like you think that everything is going to work out a certain way, and then it doesn't. I remember people telling me in high school, like, the friends you have now you probably won't talk to. And that's not necessarily true because I have high school friends that I do talk to, but your group and stuff in high school, you're not gonna stay that close. And I think that was pretty true. And then nobody really told me that, and nobody said like, oh, in college that the same type of thing might happen where your group doesn't necessarily stay your group, and they might not be friends with each other, and you might have friends that you aren't friends with anymore. And like, I guess I never really saw that. I should have saw that coming, but I didn't really see that coming. And so yeah, that was, I think, a little bit difficult for me to adjust to that. Poreless Putty Primer. I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer all over my face. I'm just using this, in my T-zone area. But yeah, so that was really a difficult thing for me. And then this year, my last semester of my senior year, two friends that I thought we were so close, I thought we were super close, they I don't know, they kind of shut me out, and like ghosted me in a way, and it just really hurt because I thought we were so close, and I don't know how to explain it without, getting into it, but it was just a whole thing. And then I realized that they weren't my true friends, at least right now. I'm not saying we'll never make up, because we didn't really even have a fight. I'm going to take the True Match Lumi from L'Oreal. This is not cruelty free, but I'm trying to use it up. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender, which is really dirty, so don't look at it. But yeah, so I don't know, I guess in total I learned that friendships change, and you might think, I don't want to be like, you might think you're going to be so close to this person and then you're not. But anyway, so what I was saying before was, remember the girl I said that we stopped being friends junior year, we both were different, we kind of had to go our separate ways. Well, this semester, while I lost 2 girls, I didn't think I would lose that friendship. I thought we were so close. The friendship that I lost junior year, we actually like rekindled our friendship this semester, and she's changed a lot. I've probably changed a lot, and like now we're more aligned with each other, I guess, and we're friends again. So it was wild to me that like the girl I thought I wouldn't be friends with again, we became great friends again this semester. And then the girls I thought I always would be friends with, I may never be friends with again. So it was a lot for me to comprehend. I feel like this semester I was like just very shocked about it, because especially now I feel like you need your friends. Like, even if you're not seeing them, even if you can't see them without masks, like Zoom or wear masks, whatever, like I feel like you need your friends right now. We're going through a really hard time, and the fact that I'm graduating and I won't be back here ever again unless we're visiting, unless I'm visiting, the fact that some friendships ended, it's just like, it was a hard time, I think, to go through that, but I'm really okay, and it's almost one of those things where it happened and I was just like, oh, maybe this was meant to happen, and I believe everything that's meant to be will be, and I just have to kind of roll with that ideal. I'm going to take my Dose of Colors concealer, and then I'm going to set it with my Ciate London Everyday Vacay coconut powder, and then I'm going to set the foundation after that with my NYX HD around my face, and then the CoverGirl True Blend #1 in the T-zone. Just thought I'd let you know. So yeah, the friendship thing was really, really wild, but even if I'm freaking you out saying you might not be friends with the same people, I do believe that you're going to find lifelong friends in college, or whatever you're doing. Maybe you're not in college, and you're doing like a trade school, or you're doing, like, you will find, whatever you're doing, even at work, even if you're working somewhere, I feel like you do find lifelong friends in college or wherever you're at. I do, some of these friends that I've made here, I think, like, I'm so thankful that I've met them, and I'm so glad I came here, and I think it was meant to happen, because I was meant to meet some of these people. And not even to mention my boyfriend. I met my boyfriend here at my school, and yeah, obviously I think that was meant to happen, and I'm so grateful for that. And I think we'll both always be so grateful to our college, just for a lot of reasons. For, because we met our friends here, and our education was really nice, but especially because we found each other here. And that's another thing. This palette I used on my first date as well with Randy, and it's just so funny. Like, I don't know, I was talking to him last night on FaceTime, and I just feel like we were talking about how crazy, like, how it's been over 2.5 years since we started dating. So, you know, I met him the end of my freshman year. We started dating like at the very end of my freshman year in college, and it's just crazy how much I feel like I've changed, but also I've stayed the same. Like, I feel like you do change in college, but I'm also the same person as well. Like, it's not that crazy, but I learned a lot about relationships. I had never had a serious boyfriend before him, and I learned what it was like to fall in love and to balance. I had 3 jobs in college. I had a office assistant job. I was an RA. I am an RA still, and I cut hair. So I had 3 jobs, a boyfriend, friends, classes. I learned how to balance so much stuff, I feel like. And then there's friend drama, and there's all this stuff. You're like, how did I handle all that? I don't even know. This semester I only have 2 jobs. Not even, like 1 job pretty much. And it's just like, because I'm not really cutting hair on campus anymore, just because it's a little crazy here with, you know, we want to be safe with COVID and everything. But I'm just like, I don't know how I did it some of these years. I don't even know. And so it's crazy that I balanced all that. But yeah, I learned how to love someone. I learned that, I guess that's a weird way to put it. I'm talking about how much I've grown up, and I'm drinking out of my Peter Pan mug. You're like, Jan, you haven't grown up. Like, stop fooling everybody. You're not fooling anybody. But yeah, I learned how to love someone and all that goes with that, and I learned about long distance. My boyfriend and I have dealt with long distance way more than we've ever wanted to, obviously, but I feel like that was really hard for me. And then he graduated a year before me, so he graduated this time last year, and he also graduated early. And the fact, you know, I had to go from having him at school with me all the time, and like school always reminded me of him, like everything around here reminded me of him, because we had so many memories together in this space, you know, in this area. And then he left, and he was states away for a long time. For like all of last semester he was in Virginia, which was really hard for me to not be able to see him a lot, and to go from having him everywhere here and then to continue on without him in this college was difficult. Was like extremely difficult. I could probably make a whole get ready with me video on long distance, because it's not easy, and I feel like I have learned a lot because I've been through it a lot. But yeah, that's another thing. We're hoping to, you know, he's still looking for a job. He's trying to figure everything out, because he did an internship for a while, so now he's looking for full-time. And yeah, we're hoping to live together at some point soon, so we can be done with the long distance that we've gone through on and off our whole relationship. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I will always be grateful for college and my time here because of him. I feel like I will always be grateful for that, and of course because of my friends as well. But yeah, I feel like I've learned so much, and I've really learned that business is something I really want to get into, whether it's owning my own salon, which was always my dream, or working for a cosmetic company. Like, I still want to be in cosmetology in some way. If I'm not doing hair, or if I am, or if I'm doing makeup, or if I'm doing a marketing job, I feel like college definitely helped me you know, solidify what I already knew of how I love business, and I wanted to learn more about it, and I'm glad I did, you know. So, yeah. But I'd love to know what your college experience was like. Did you have a good experience? Also, I didn't even mention, you know, last semester we had to go online, and that changed a lot about my college career. So if you are wondering, do I go to college? If you're like a senior this year, like, I feel like the virus literally changes everything, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad for people who maybe won't get the chance to have a normal college experience for a while. Hopefully, eventually, you will. This is the Wonder Beauty Trip to Costa Rica bronzer. Sorry, this video is getting long. I want to speed it up a bit, but yeah, that's really tough too. So don't think I'm saying, oh, hey, you should go to college, because you got to do what's right for you. And this virus changes a lot too. I don't know what exactly I would have done. It's really tough because, you know, this semester has been so different being on campus. Like, it's, you know, you're not out having fun with your friends like maybe you used to be able to. You're not doing all those college-y type things. You're wearing masks and you're trying to be safe, and the people that are partying are getting COVID, and yeah, it's not good. I'm taking my CoverGirl Expeditionist mascara. I don't know how I feel about this mascara. I just started using it, and it's pretty. Like, I've heard such good things, but I don't know if I'd really, oh my gosh. See, this mascara, I always get a tiny little black, okay, you can't even see it, but I think it needs to, I've heard someone say that mascara is like not right when you start using them, but like a little bit after you start using them, they are like in their prime. And I believe that. I hate that this mascara does that. Let's see. What brush did I even use? Oh, that's over here. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna... Alright, I'm going to take... this Alamar Cosmetics brush and Vermeer, and just pop that in the inner corner. Should I do anything on the, yeah, this is a perfect inner corner color. I don't know why I was thinking I was going to use it elsewhere. Maybe I will take this like packing brush from Luna Magic. I'll just take Raw Sienna and just kind of do the lower lash line with that color, just to give me a little something. But yeah, so I've learned too that this going to college during this time really sucks also. So like, it changes things, I would say. So I totally understand if you're like, I'm doing school online now, or I'm decided not to go to college for a bit. Everybody, my dad always says, everybody's on their own path, and you know, you can't judge anybody else's path because you're on your own. And it's kind of like with the friendship thing too, is like sometimes there's going to be some people on your path, and then they might go their own separate ways for one reason or another, but I guess it's just like, you choose who's on your path with you, and sometimes it's not even you, it's just they're going a separate way and you guys are different at that point in life, kind of thing. I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna take my Burt's Bees Shy Pink blush. I haven't used it in a while. I think it might be pretty with this look. I also didn't grab a lip color, so I'm gonna have to improvise for that. Might have to grab something. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your path, whatever that may be right now. I know it's definitely not the best time to be enjoying your path, but I hope you are, despite it all. And I'm just really, really thankful for my time here in college, and I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about it and go through it. And yeah, I just learned, I feel like I learned a lot. And maybe I'm not even explaining everything I learned, but I learned so much about schoolwork and business in general. I learned so much about life and myself, and I feel like I changed a lot throughout it, even though, again, I'm still the same person. This is my Estate Do Me Lit highlight. But yeah, I started a YouTube channel. That's something I did in my college years, and you know, I'm not YouTube famous by any means, but I do really enjoy it, and I'm glad I did it. You know, I'm glad I do this sometimes, and I'm just really excited to see what's next, you know. I hope good things. I hope good things are coming. Let me just, I don't know if you're supposed to do this after you put mascara on. I don't think you are, but I do, because I have these little lashes that like don't stay up if I don't do that. Alright, I think we're done. Let me just try to find a lip color. I gotta open a drawer and I'm afraid. Okay, let's see. I think I'm just gonna go in with my tried and true Edesse All Day Lip Cream in Thyme Street. This is just a really basic, like perfect pink lipstick for me. I got this in an Ipsy a while back. But I always reach for it, like if I don't know. Some of my lip products are packed actually, so I didn't have much option. Let me spray with the Urban Decay All Nighter. So yeah, this is not a very revolutionary look. I do like the eyes. I don't always go natural with my eyeshadow. I feel like I always go a little crazy, so I kind of like how it's pretty soft, kind of romantic-ish, and I like the face makeup too. It's nothing revolutionary, nothing really new that I'm using in my collection, but I thought we could chat about college. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope, you know, you're enjoying what you're doing on your path right now, and just knowing that things get better, especially right now. I know it's really a hard time for everyone, but I'm hopeful for the future and for everybody, not just me. I'm hopeful for the world. I hope everything gets better, and I'm really, again, thankful for all of my college experiences and my journey in college, and if you're watching this and you were part of my college experience, thank you. Thank you for joining me through these interesting years of my life. I think it's definitely one of the best times of your life in college, and I'm really grateful. And I feel very sentimental that I used this palette. That means a lot to me just because it was so significant. It was there for me in all these significant moments, like my first day of college and my first date with my boyfriend, and so many different days in between. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.